And we are back and better than ever before, or perhaps we are going to be better than we were yesterday. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Crypto Talk Now Live, your show, the Max and Larry show, the big show. How are you doing this evening, Max?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to have a show with you all tonight. Glad to be able to be here with my co-host and go over a few things. It should be a pretty good show. And of course, afterwards, I'll be with the after show people for briefly, not too super long. But yes, should be a great show. Glad to be here.
Yep, we're going to have a compressed show today. It's going to be an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how it goes, because we have an important Discord that we're going to talk about, some big things. And also, I'd just like to give you a couple, not housewarming presents. What is it? Housekeeping items. Let me just tell you this. All right, formatting. That's what it is. All right, so I dropped the ball today, and I did not get the show scheduled in time. So that was my responsibility. I apologize to the audience for that and to Legrand, everybody trying to work on the app, getting that in there. Here's what we're going to do from now on, starting tomorrow. I was going to say tonight, but we have to have our important meeting tonight. Tomorrow, there's going to be three things coming. All right, I've been stalling on my end. It's not that I just intentionally stall. I'm trying to streamline processes. I have all these, I'm developing these different folders and I'm trying to get things going. So every 2 hours starting tomorrow, we have a lot of backed up videos, probably 20 or more from, thank you, Edward Vincent, Crypto Talk Now VR, right? So I have to match them up with the thumbnails. I've got the thumbnails made. Legrand helped me make them, and I've enhanced them. So tomorrow, that's getting loaded on. Number two, Legrand has asked me to develop links, affiliate links, to help our network and to help our audience, our community. So you're going to start getting discounts on certain things. And when you click on the links and subscribe to these services, or if you sign up for, for example, crypto.com, we might get $25 or something. And then you might get some kind of a discount, or like Robinhood, they give you 2 free stocks. So I'm going to go and schedule, or I'm going to set up all the links. There's some of them that are already established, and I'm going to get them at Legrand. And over time, they're going to be put onto our app. So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing I'm going to do, we've talked about it for some time. This is going to eliminate tonight's problem. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I will schedule, every week, I'm going to schedule a full week worth of shows. So every night, I'm going to put them in for now at 9 o'clock. They might get delayed till 9:15 sometimes, but just know that they're going to be scheduled. The algorithm will kick in. There'll be a chance for everybody to like the show. Today is Tuesday, right? My phone is dead. My phone is actually dead. It's charging. Today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? So every Tuesday from now on, I will schedule a full week worth of shows. If I start doing 2 or 3 weeks, even more the better. All right, let's talk about this. Let's go over. Let me share my screen. Max, so how are you doing this evening? Did I even ask you that?
You did. It's okay.
Okay, I don't want to keep you out of here. While I'm setting up my everything here, tell me this. What's your outlook for, what do you expect to happen on Friday? Tell people about what Friday is. Friday's a big day for us, the 21st.
Yeah, it is a big day for us. So basically, it's the 1-year anniversary of Crypto Talk Now, as everything that we've been doing and so on. And believe it or not, today is another anniversary. Do you know what anniversary that is?
Yes. Today is, that's right. You reminded me yesterday. I forgot. Today, let's just blow this up. Today is the 6-month anniversary of the Max and Larry show. This is a historical landmark show type thing, whatever it is. Milestone. That's it. I don't know why my brain's not firing. Not enough coffee in my system yet. Look, guys, get excited. We've been together now. We haven't been on every single night, but we've been on a lot. And sometimes we've been on individually. 6 months of the Max and Larry show. Put your hands together for us, and I'll celebrate that. So we're halfway through a year today on the Max and Larry show. And then Friday, we're a full year of your network. So, yeah, we're gonna be starting to develop some revenue soon, and part of that is also giving back to our community in the form of discounts and things like that. So look at this. Oh, he's got the ticker going off now. Every time I turn around, I didn't even see the website today. To be honest with you, I didn't even look at it. No, I did look at it. I'm sorry. I looked at it when I talked to Legrand earlier this morning, or it was the afternoon, 1 o'clock, something like that. But cryptotalknow.net. This is the since I've looked at it, all right, so we got a Bitcoin chart on the homepage, but more importantly, cryptotalknow.net. Make sure you download our app right here. It's our own Crypto Talk Now app, right? So we've got a ticker here. We've got Bitcoin. Look, the live show is going on right now. You don't even have to play it. It just automatically plays. You can watch the live show right through there. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here's some past shows. Now, here's something here. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is on here now. There's Bitcoin and also Ethereum. You see that? Hold on. Stop the show. Stop the show.
I saw it too.
Look at this. Loose Banana. Thank you for the $50 super sticker. How about that one?
Thank you so much, Loose Banana, with the $50 super sticker. You've been a long-time supporter of this show. Can't thank you enough. What a way to start things off with that particular one. You're awesome, Loose Banana. I can't say thank you more than enough times. If I could say 1,000 times, I would say it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for Loose Banana. We'll keep you up there while we're going through the Crypto Talk Now website. I'm only going to go through the homepage, and then we're going to go to the comments, and I'm going to go back to this, and then we're going to get into Max's news.
For some reason, I want to say the goose is loose, but is it more like the banana is loose? So there you go.
Banana is loose. Okay, so Bitcoin sitting at 19,270. See that? We don't need to go to coin. That's it. I'm not going to go to Coin Market Cap. Not very much anymore, and neither Crypto Bubble. Sorry, I do like Crypto Bubbles. Ethereum 1304.50. It says slightly bearish. This one says slightly bearish. All right, so now you can buy and sell crypto here through this app. You can go through there. It's embedded into our website. Also, we got the NFT showcase. I think this is something that Jeff Pruden put together. This is his section. And then you got crypto news, crypto memes. Maybe that's through Edward Vincent. Might have put that together. But yeah, so this is the homepage. We're going to get into the different apps. In fact, I'm going to click on this right here, guys. See this? Live charts. I'm going to click on live charts. And we'll go back to trading. All right, so here's some charts. I'm going to go over that in a second, but let's say hello to the beautiful audience, all right? So we've got, who do we have here? Thanks again, Loose Banana, for the $50. April Cornwell, number one. She's first. She says, hey. Can we Can we get an ISO chant going? Legrand, is that a typewriter? No. What is that?
Can we get an ISO chant going? Heck yeah, we get an ISO chant going on. Uh-oh, what happened to you, Larry? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what happened to him? Whoa,
Yep.
That was crazy, man. You just did this, like, fade across the screen.
Really? I'm back, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I tried to click StreamYard button and still messed up. All right, so they're coming in. There's a trophy. Jeff Pruden. The after show is going to be amazing. Can't wait. What I have got to go on, Edward. You're going to love it. It's right up your alley, brother. The VR metaverse style. All right. Hey, Brian Dowie, what's up? By the way, we talked about Brian Dowie today and Tim Shea. We would like to see if we could talk to you guys. If you want to come to the Discord, that's cool. If you don't have time to come after the show, that's fine. But we would like you to message us on Twitter, Crypto Talk Now 21 or DPG Maximus. I know you guys do it all the time. Well, I know Tim Shea does. I think Brian Dowie might have messaged me before. But anyway, we want to talk to you guys because we have an idea. We want to see, and also anybody else can message us. We want to see, because you guys are here a lot, we want to see if you might be able to help us with the network with some different things. We'll talk to you about it if we can. All right, so Crypto Talk Now VR. Glad to have you here tonight, Max.
Well, thank you, Edward. And I'm glad to have you here tonight as well, my friend. Thank you so much.
Quant down to 182. How about
that? That's all
that?
right. You know what? Quant was oversold. Believe it or not, I read up all about that. It was oversold, but that's okay. Should be oversold. It's Quant.
I'm starting to get FOMO. I'm thinking about getting Quant and dollar cost averaging in at 160. That's my newest thing. Maybe 150. I'll have to see how it goes. All right. So Salamander in Space just bought Hbar. How about that? Salamander in Space. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Richie. Red Coin Cards. Welcome. Alexis for life. He's driving down the highway doing God's work in God's country. Seeing the world. Driving down the highway.
Good to have you, Alexis for life. I love that particular avatar you have, because it reminds me of like, you know, a Spartan, but you also got like the red, white, and blue going. Pretty cool looking.
It is cool. Loose Banana, thanks again. Here. Michael Cornwell, happy anniversary, lads. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Red Coin Cards. Yes.
April Cornwell says that Max has some pretty teeth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do brush them all the time. I'm obsessed about my teeth being, I've been using this new whitening thing and it's been helping. So
cool. Salamander Space, happy unbirthday to all. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
April Cornwell says, woo boo banana. Woo, wow, Loose Banana. I want a Chicata. Salamander Space. What's up? CTN fam, Mr. Lambos. Crypto Talk is back. Better than ever. Loose Banana. Really the best community. I'm really happy I came across CTN. And you know what it is that we love it. And when the haters come in, I just love it. I was looking at that comment last night. I love it because I love them. I have so much power. When you love people that you hate, there's nothing they can do about it. They just, they want to just jump off a bridge or something. Shibnobi Raj is back. He's back. After that, he's back, and he says
he's back.
It's the
good to have you back, Shinobi Raj, for real. Thank you.
Michael Cornwell, what's going on? Maybe I'll put her on the spot. I don't think she's watching the show tonight because she had something else to do. But look, this is a true story. So you guys saw Elena was in the chat, right? Elena was here, said hello a couple days. She didn't watch today. I don't think she's watching today. But this is a true story. You know, she was, okay, I confess. So she was messaging me and she said, Larry, because she's never been here before. I really like your background and your house. You know, you have a really nice setup there. I like, I said, well, what do you like about it? She's like, well, you know, everything coordinates. The colors coordinate with your pillows, and even the lamp looks nice. And then you have your logo hanging. I was like, really? I'm like, would you like to sit on my couch sometime? And she said, would you like me to sit on your couch? And I said, well, my couch is actually black and it's in the other room. And it's a leather couch. And you know, I'm sorry, but this is, I didn't say I was sorry. I said, this is a virtual couch. It's for Patches. He does conduct special interviews. And it's a green screen. And she's like, oh my God, I feel like an idiot. I was like, no, don't. It's really cool that you got tricked by that. I thought it was so funny. So I'm never going to live that down. Actually, you know what? I should probably clip this and send it to her. 13 minutes. All right. Roger, what's up? Legrand Commission. Weird. Weird, eerie feeling. Let's see. Not much. You. Max is stoned. He's thinking about a snack.
I am at least thinking about that. I haven't eaten anything all day long. I am not stoned, but I'll just state that I'm not stoned. And thank you, though.
Let me just tell you something. If anybody knows where I can get a beautiful white couch like this with these two color pillows, I should try to freak her out. And there's a red one over there, isn't there? And the lamp. I should try to get this exact same thing and just get rid of my leather couch and get this in the other room. Then I can really mess with someone's head and be like, you know, I was just joking. It's real, but it's over there. Crypto Talk Now VR. Larry, you cool. 2Dog. All right. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Quant to 150. Oh,
hey, that's all right. If it ends up being 150, that's more than fine with me.
What the freak is happening? Larry keeps Roger, always busy but good. Max is smiling too much and it's tripping me out.
The reason why I smile so much is because I was told by Jeff Pruden I need to smile more. So,
and when we do the clips, what we should do is have Edward, you need to do that little sparkle stuff. So when he smiles, it sparkles off his teeth. It'd be kind of cool. Oh, shoot. I missed this. Max, did you guys win? Oh, did you win the basketball game?
No.
Shoot.
All right. I can't do this anymore. It's hard, man. It's like, you know, people say it's a lot easier to smile than it is to frown. Or I don't know. I'm not trying to frown, but I also just want to be myself. As I think somebody pointed that out. I just want to be myself, but I am trying to work on being more smiley, but yeah, I can understand it's tripping you guys up. So here's a quick update. All right. I'm not complaining, but there's some certain rules, right? Grade school rules is totally different from, you know, what you think is the NBA. There's no 24-second shot clock. That's annoying. When the ball is out of bounds and the kids are inbounding it, guess what? It still goes. The only time is a really time out on the clock where they stop the clock is a real timeout. That's annoying. I'm saying those things are annoying. Now, here's the thing. When we first got there, I saw my team. They looked at the other team and they said to themselves, "Oh man, we got this." And I said, "Oh no." I said, "You guys, do not get overconfident. Do not underestimate that team." And they're like, "Nah, coach, we got this." I'm like, "All right." Like what I told them. So we start things off, and it's beautiful. 8-0 lead, right?
Yeah.
Then we don't score a single basket until the third quarter.
Oh no.
Oh no. And we finished the game. We started the game with an 8.0 lead, 8-0.
Yeah.
Ended the game losing by 8.
Oh man.
So we're gonna use this learning experience. We get a bye week next week. We're gonna be doing a heck of a lot of practice, my friend. See, what happened is we got that fall break off, and a lot of the kids, they get out of the swing of things and so on. So I told them, I was like, look, keep your heads up. We'll reflect on this, and it's just the first game. But it would have been nice to get the win, of course. But you know what? That's how it goes sometimes. So
I have an idea. Would you be willing to do this, Max? Would you be willing to, before your next game? When's your next game? Or do you not know yet?
I don't know exactly. I have the schedule, but we don't have no more games this week, and then there's a bye week next week. So it's lots of time to practice.
Well, before your next practice, will you let me address your team for a couple minutes? Like, could you put me on a video chat with them so I could say hello and give them an inspirational pep talk?
I don't know how that's going to work.
It could be like, just a little pep talk.
Okay.
I won't throw any chairs or anything like that. I did that in high school, but these guys are too young for that. Yeah. Salamander in Space, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Max, no need to smile, my friend. Just be you. Cool.
Well, I always try to be just me, but I am also trying to work on smile more. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the $2 super chat. I'll get back to being just me. I don't want to trip you guys out too much. That would probably caught you off, off guard. And what was it? Some of the brownies. Are you kidding me?
Brian Dowie, Mike, me too. I'm laughing so hard right now. All right, that's good that you're laughing. All right, Max is in customer service mode, bartender status, fancy mode. Now we need to get you a CTN grill. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I could have came here after this ball game and been like all down in the dumps, right? But I'm trying to have good spirits about it, you know what I mean? And we congratulate the other coach, and we show good sportsmanship. I had the kids congratulate the other team, and those kids came up to me from the opposite team, and they said that was one of the most funnest games they ever played. Why? Because they were down by 8, and the other team was down in the dumps, and they turned it around. So I give credit where credit was due.
Do you think that it was conditioning? Like they just ran out of gas, they were tired, or they weren't in shape enough? Or was
so there's some
specific
there's specific rules I don't agree with. So for instance, this is how it goes. It has to be all even. So if you have a roster of like 15, you have to basically it states that one group of 5 the first quarter, like your starters. Second quarter, the starters can't play because they just play in the first quarter. So the second, your bench, your second string guys got to come in second quarter. Third quarter, same type of thing. Then you can put in and sub in whoever you want for the fourth quarter. So it's just like, it makes it kind of interesting. So now that I know that going forward, I'm not going to put so much emphasis necessarily on a starting lineup. Maybe I'll mix in some of my best players within like other quarters and so on. You know what I mean? And then the whole thing of the clock just keeps running. Like you think you got enough time to get something going, but you don't, because the clock is it's almost got like it's 9 minutes per quarter, but that clock never stops unless you call timeout. So it's just little things like that. How do you time things? Moving forward, I think we're going to be all right, but we got a lot to work on, and good thing we have a bye week next week because we need a lot of practice, a lot more practice.
Let me give you a dirty little trick here that might get you thrown out of the league, but don't. Okay. So this is communistic, what you're saying. You got to do this, you got to do that, you can't do this. So you can't be a coach. You have to follow these stupid rules. This is what you do. You find out who your best player is, and then you find out who your not so good player is. And you make a deal with them, say, look, I understand you need playing time, but we also want to win this game. So when we're down in the third quarter, fourth quarter, you guys are going to go to the bathroom and you're going to switch jerseys, and don't say anything. Just make it between those two guys. And then they switch jerseys. That way you got your best player in there in the third or fourth quarter.
They write down all the kids' names, not just the numbers. But
okay. Look, Ron Commission's laughing. Shibnobi Rod. Shibnobi has a contest going on. 3 lucky winners will receive $5,000 if Shibnobi ETH matches the BSC value by Thursday. I believe it is Thursday. How about that? How about those Cowboys? Now, how about the Shibnobi? How about that? And this is a fake couch, in case she's not watching. But remember, it's good. We need contests like that. And remember, Cliff can come on. I haven't had a chance to reach out. You know what? We need to get our crap together first because we have a lot of things going on with the network. Once we get past our anniversary, we can start doing stuff. Permasmile. Hey, Tim Shea says hey, because that's what he says. It rhymes with his last name. Is that MaxBot? This is perhaps we make the AI Max just smile all the time. That way you can tell it's the AI version. Hey, Edward. All right. So Brian Dowie, I think Max ate the wrong brownie.
No, I've never actually tried that before, but thank you.
All right. Max, did you get that brownie pack?
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Did the team win?
That's funny though. I could take it. I like it. You guys got some good humor. Thank you for that.
I would think that Mike would be the one that would try to be a little devilish, but I don't know. I'm starting to think that April could be the instigator in this because, she was trying to get me to say some bad things in Spanish.
Oh, you know what?
I can't. I don't know.
Hold that where you're at. We did get another super chat.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and highlight it.
Sure. Go ahead.
Shout out again to the Cornwells, Michael Cornwell, with the 99-cent super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Really, really appreciate that. I think it was maybe a super sticker or something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, as always. And everybody else that donated. I know that you're waiting for us to get into crypto news, and we will basically get that. We're only a couple of comments away from doing that. And, yeah, like everyone Legassi would say, bam, let's do it.
Let's do a couple more, and then we'll get into it. And then we'll talk more about the website later. How about that? April Cornwell, no, Max, don't do that. He's a respectable teacher. Brian Dowie, we missed this one. He ate the pie? No, he ate a mushroom.
No, I never done that either.
Oh, here you go. 5245 East Jordan Street on the corner by the street post. There's a white sofa with some pillows.
All right, hold on. We got another super chat that came in. I'm going to.
Ah, damn it. Will you guys stop doing super chats?
No, are you kidding me? Salamander Space with another super chat. Thank you for that. $4 super chat from Max. Those brownies are from Colombia. Lol. Yeah.
Colombia. Oh, boy. Colombia, they have there's beautiful there's such beautiful scenery in Colombia. I want to go there. Salamander in Space. Max. Those brownies are from Colombia.
Yeah.
How about that? They're not from Cuba. I had a teacher in school. I love the way he said Cuba. He didn't say Cuba. He said Cuba. You have to say it like this, Larry. Cuba. He was a Spanish teacher. I took Spanish. All right. Cuba. Tim Shea. I get what Jeff was saying. When you are waiting to talk, sometimes you look angry. Doesn't bother me, but I get what Jeff was probably saying. It's good because, men need to be stoic. Let's just be honest. It's a good thing. We don't always need to be, wasn't there a character called Guy Smiley? Was he on the Muppets or something?
I do apologize for some of that, guys. You got to keep in mind, I try to give everybody benefit of the doubt. Try to give me a little bit of benefit of the doubt, too. I mean, sometimes I come from maybe rush hour traffic, or some of these kids, like, they act out in class at the end of the day. I am around a lot of people all day long, and it's just that sometimes something will happen, or even me, I'm like a caregiver to my dad, and I love my dad. I love him to death. But sometimes, like, he'll make a comment and say something to me in the background, and I'll have it muted. And it's just
Can I do an impersonation of your dad?
Yeah.
Max, I'm getting hungry.
Nah,
I'm gonna turn into a Snicker bar.
Yeah, he doesn't say Max, but yeah.
My son. Hey, no, hey, you in the other room. I'm hungry.
It's all right. He's 88 years old. He's earned the right, I guess you could say, to be like that. So
yeah, I hope that I live to 88 years old. We'll see.
I think it depends. I mean, my thing is if I have my health and then I also still have everything up here working okay, then yeah. But if I don't, then I don't want to be around. That's just me.
Salamander in space. Wait, did I read this? Yeah. Salamander in space. Max should run for mayor in Phoenix.
You
Oh, that
know,
would be cool.
well, here's the thing, all right, and that's flattering. Thank you for that. But I've actually in the past have had other family members saying I should run for political office, and I won't. And I've had that exist for probably a good 10 to 15 years now. Family members encouraging me to do that. My thing is this: I hate politics. The only thing I would see myself possibly doing anything would be education reform. I think it totally needs to be reformed.
Can you please just run, Max, so I could be your campaign manager?
Yeah, it would be it would be education reform, and that in itself is very political, which I hate. But it would be something like that.
We only have a few more comments, so we can actually get through them all. All right. Max has a full-time job and is a coach. We get you. Thank you, Salamander Space, for the $2.
Thanks for another super chat. Thank you.
All right, let's see. I'm sure the team will improve. They will improve. I want to give them a pep talk for fun because I like giving pep talks. But
yeah, we could do that, Larry, if you want to do it.
Yeah, I would actually. You know, I always do like when we were on the job sites, I would give everybody a pound, you know, and then we would pull everybody in like we're, it's weird. We would actually be like in a huddle before the job. Like, what the heck? Are we getting ready to go out? You know, is this a special teams play? Like we're going to go out and kick the ball off? Like it would be like that type of atmosphere on the job site. So we get everybody pumped up and stuff, you know, to go out and do the work. And they'd be like, man, it's like we're playing a football game. But I mean, it's like you got to make things fun. All right. So Tim Shea, that's what I would love to do on this show. We can't freaking do it. I like to play Thunderstruck, you know, just come out all like, you know, ready to erase hell. We can smash some keyboards and do all kinds of fun stuff, but they won't let us do that on here. Tim Shea, you don't need to apologize. It's cool. Love you both.
Love you too, Tim. I mean that. Thank you. You've been showing great support for the longest time. You're always here for the network.
Tim. Yeah, no homo.
And yeah, I mean, you're always here for the network. You're always sharing good, useful information. You rock, man. Don't think we don't appreciate you. We definitely do. You and a lot of other people. Whether we have 20 people here, and like I said, 20 people, 200 or 2,000, there's always going to be the time that we'll look back and remember guys like you, Tim Shea, the Cornwells, the Brian Dowies, the Coochie Boys, the Salamanders, anybody else I didn't mention. You know who you are.
Yeah, I actually canceled a couple of dates this week. I canceled the one for tomorrow and I canceled the one for Thursday because I want to just have laser focus. I think that I need to just hang out with the guys, you know, just really work on this network, take it to the next level. The women are just becoming a distraction. You know, men become dangerous when there's women not around. You know, like you ask any of these, you know, fighters, boxers, you know what I mean? Like if Tyson didn't have the women around, that's when he was dangerous. So, you know, we just need to hang out with our brothers. I'm sorry, April's here, but you know what I'm saying? We just need
how about this, brother? Right? Can we get a shout out for these two guys? Myself and him. We trimmed up our beards looking pretty good today.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, look at that.
All right. Yeah, well, one asked me what I was doing. I'm like, well, I'm really busy. And she's like, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm shaving. What are you doing? Like, why are you shaving? Oh, I'm getting ready to go on a date with myself. I'm going on a date with myself. Just going to love myself right now because I'm too damn busy to do any dating. All right. So we have to focus on better stuff. Salamander in space. Max, you could make crypto legal tender in Phoenix. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Well, he's not going to be in Phoenix anymore. He might go back to Oregon. Or, see, I said Oregon, not Oregon. But
yeah,
I really want. I'm lobbying for him. I'm like a lobbyist. I'm lobbying him for him to come here and touch this wall and realize it's fake and live in North Carolina. You know what? He can live temporarily with me while he finds a place. That's totally fine.
I am not a big fan of humidity. I'll say it that much. You end up skipping a super chat. You want me to go to it? I can go to it.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Max is a full-time coach?
Yeah, you skipped that one.
Oh, no, I read that one. Max has a full-time job as a coach. We get you. Yeah, no, I read it. Maybe
you did? My bad. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, Salamander.
I got to tell you my secret in life. I am not with Pamela Henderson. Thank you very much. And that is what gives me the energy. I do not participate in any self-destructive crap like that. Seriously, on all seriousness. I do that because I take that testosterone that's left over that doesn't get released. Let's just say it because it's a family-friendly show. If it doesn't get released by a woman, it gets recycled, I believe, in my veins. And I use that for the gym and to have tremendous energy. That's my secret. Seriously, there is no Pamela Henderson here. See my hands? I have hands that use, for lifting and working out, and I can get cuts on them. I don't need to have smooth hands. I don't need smooth hands. But I appreciate it. It's a funny joke, but it's true story. I do not participate in that crap because I didn't even tell the women that I'm dating. I'm like, I don't do this. And it's precious to me. I have to conserve my, can I say seed? Is that bad? I conserve it because it gives me energy. I know it's kind of weird, but it's true.
All right.
You don't want to mess up your dopamine levels. And I don't do that.
Well, in the words of Larry, all right. Well, thank you for that. And the next comment.
I heard, okay. So who was talking about, okay, so something about dopamine. The act of having physical relations, you know what I mean? Family friend. If you have sex with someone, it raises your dopamine levels 2 times. Cigarette smoking is like 1.5. What was the other thing they were comparing it to? Something else. Anyway, it's bad. You don't want to mess with your dopamine levels. Father Palm. Nope, not here. Not with this guy. But yeah, I do know. It's bad. If you guys are doing that kind of stuff, I understand. But look, try going a few months without doing it. I guarantee you, your voice will get deeper. You'll get stronger. You're going to feel better. You'll be able to think more clearly. Salamander space. You'll have so much more energy. You can make the Phoenix coin like the Miami coin. I think about that.
That is true. I would have to get the city council involved in all that. There's a lot more to it than just, but thank you.
Michael Cornwell says you drink it or inject it. I retain it. I don't have to drink or inject any testosterone. I just am full of it. I just retain it. ISO 222, please. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. No more talking about what Larry's talking about. No more Pamela Henderson. I never heard it like that. I've heard of Rosie Palm and all that stuff. All right, let's go. Max, get ready. Do your thing, please.
All right. So welcome, of course, to Crypto Talk Now. Let's get into some of the hot topics. So on this particular thumbnail, you saw ISO 222 coins. Is there a better crypto investment? It mentions like a few things: Xlm Xdc Xrp Hbar Quant. I was saying this bear market on an average, probably not, right? The ISO ones definitely stand out. There's a few key things I'm going to share with you guys today. And again, it should be a pretty good show. We're kicking it into about 33-minute mark. So thank you for being here, and we do appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and get this going on right now. The first thing I want to show you and bring it to your attention, as usual, is that we have to recognize what's going on with the overall crypto market cap. As you see right here, it is at 927.36 billion. It is a slight decrease over the last day. What's trending is down in the dumps a little bit. Bitcoin down 1.72%, Cardano 3.64%. Of course, Shiba Inu slightly above 3% on what it's down. On the 1 hour chart for the top 100, we have the ones you see here. Nothing too big. On the 24-hour chart, Aave it's doing all right. For that 7-day, it's up about 15%, sitting at 82.54.
Time out 1 second, Max. I'm sorry. Because I just missed this point. Is this your watch list that we're going through?
No, this is the top 100.
Is the top
I always
100.
do this.
All right.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is just so that everyone can remember this, because I'll probably forget in the meeting. If we can get we have the top 50 now. I'll show you guys that later. But I was just thinking, if we can get Max's watch list over on the website, that'd be cool too. If we had another tab said like Max's watch list or something like that, that would be awesome.
It's a big watch list. I counted one time. It's like a little over 250.
Oh,
I
wow.
have to clean some
There's
of
that
up.
Many of them in there?
Yeah, but I pay close attention to probably about maybe 100 to 120 on that particular list.
So we might want to have Max's, top 50 favorite watch list something like that. I don't know.
It depends, but yeah, we can do that. All right, so Aave, right? If you know about Aave, and you also know about Clearpool, Aave, I kind of look at Aave as a more expensive version of Clearpool. I'll just be honest about it. Basically, it's just that. I think I just answered basically what that is. Uniswap is up about 8.44%. We basically covered it way back. It's been about at least a 3x by now, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit more. Raven coin, I still feel as though that's still a good entry point if you're wanting to get into it. All right, let's get into a little bit more, of course, like what Larry was talking about, my watch list. On this particular list, I'm gonna look at the 1 hour chart, and oops, sorry about that. On the 1 hour chart, Lily Finance, I'm not gonna even talk about Lily Finance, to be honest. So a lot of these, of course, are just not that great. I'm starting to lean towards Solace is still a gamble at this point. You may look at it as though, you know what, I'm gonna throw $100 on it because I'm gonna treat this like a meme token, and I'm gonna do the Coochie Boy approach. And guess what? If that is your choice, I would say that should be the max of what you do. Solace, let me state it again, it's a gamble at this point. You need to look at it as being a gamble at this point. Could this turn to become a solid metaverse play for you? Yes, it absolutely could. It's extremely volatile. And on top of that, you could, again, don't put in what are not willing to lose. And I would say no more than $100. It's not official financial advice. Of course, there's some of these other ones you see here. And of course, give me a second. On that 24-hour chart, again, we do see that Solace is up 56.31% compared to, I think this was as low as like maybe 3% or something like that. I'll take a moment to just show it to you again. We talked about it before. Yeah, what has me worried still is some of this. Doesn't look 100% natural. Okay. I think there might be some.
I like it when they're natural. Yeah, these charts are crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't look 100% natural. Just taking a brief look. It is on multiple exchanges. You can get from Gate.io. I don't recommend it as being an American Gate.io. Get on Bitmart and so on. Again, limited exchanges. Okay. Again, it's just that it's a gamble. Absolutely. All right. Go into it a little bit more. The watch list. So we talked about some of these other ones. My God, Mononoke is up 21%. This is
oh my God, is it really? Yeah. Just today?
Yeah. But again, is manipulation going on here? Let's find out.
Probably.
Maybe not. Let's see on 7-day.
Boy.
Okay. Maybe not. Not really. This kind of looks natural for the most part, but it could be more to it than meets the eye, as G.I. Joe would say. Volume only at 45,000. I can't believe we were actually talking about Mononoke Inu. But for the most part, I wouldn't even put $100 into this. I'll put nothing into that. Okay. Going back a little bit. Let's see here. What else? Tectonic is up 7%. There's nothing really too significant going on right now. Hold on. ALBT. Okay, ALBT on that 7-day chart, 55%. But again, for the 24 hours, it's not really looking all that amazing. But keep in mind, it's up to about 8.5 cents. With that said, we'll take a moment to look at what's going on with that 7-day. On the 7-day, remember we briefly covered what was going on with Fowler Network. That was one of the big standout ones. Okay, we'll look more into that particular one maybe at a later date. Maybe take a deep dive into it. Maybe I'll record it. We'll see. If I do, expect it maybe around the weekend, just because of my schedule and so on. Let's say you guys talk about GBEX. GBEX is slightly up in this, kind of a bad day for crypto. 3% on the 7-day chart, sitting at 33%. Again, you guys mentioned multiple times that this is a good, ISO related token. Again, with a low market cap. Be out on the lookout for proof of the liquidity. I stated before, I'm going to state it again. And in a bull market, this is where that utility will kick in on KuCoin. Mark my words, I'm going to hold myself accountable for that in the future. We'll see how that one does. They have zero community. I want to point that out. It's strictly 100% utility token. All right. Singularity Net, AGIX. This is a standout smart contract provided by the Cardano ecosystem. Even at this price level, you may want to, of course, see it drop down maybe 4 or 3. I get it. But even at this price level, this is not too shabby. We'll take a moment to look at this. The reason why it's not too shabby is for multiple reasons. If you have looked into it, it's such an impressive project. Now, when you see this, you say, without knowing it, you're like, oh, rug pull. Okay. No, not exactly. So anyway, this has been around since 2018, but April 9th of 2021, this went up to 47 cents. Oh, I'm sorry. I was clicking on the wrong thing. About 53 cents. And then September 2021, as high as 63 cents. Again, this is sitting at about roughly 5.5 cents. This is one of the premier quality smart contracts provided by Cardano. All right, a little bit more. We talked about, of course, Casper and so on. I need to look more into Reef. I added it to my watch list a while back. Bone, I did see it pull back into the 80 cent range, like 80 plus cents and so on. I have not gotten into it. I know I said I would, but there's just some other opportunities. Of course, we always talk about Quant, had a pullback. It was oversold. I looked into it. Mark my words. Look into it for yourself if you don't believe me. The biggest hot topic with that, as far as the negative news, is that Quant was oversold, and that's going to happen. And it's not the end of the world, especially when it comes to Quant. Hydra, I'm going to tell you guys flat out, we will do a deep dive into Hydra. I've been aware of Hydra for the longest time. This price level is very, very attractive. I'm going to take just a brief moment, not a deep dive, to show you a little bit about Hydra. Sitting at about $2.74. This has broken into, of course, not just the top 500. It's been higher than that. But one thing I do want to show you is on the 1 year ago, this was up to $20.24. On top of that, let me click on the all-time. This has been around for quite, I would say like multiple years, but early 2021, this did pretty well. $47.93 back in April 2021, May 2021, $46, so on and so forth, kind of leveled off, but it did pretty well, I would say, overall, in 2021. Now, why am I mentioning this particular one? The reason why I want to mention this particular one is because this is one of the standout ones that's going to give you the highest APY or APR on KuCoin. They've had staking on KuCoin for the longest time. And they even have a guarantee, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but I'm almost sure that they have made a commitment to the Hydra community that their staking would not drop below 20%. I have to look into it. Last I saw on KuCoin, it was still roughly at the 40+%. This is one of the highest yielding cryptos. And for this price level, I think it's a definite one to look more into. It. We'll do more of a deep dive into that later, either on the recorded or here actually on the live. One more thing I want to point out. Sushi Swap, we covered that before. Not going to dive into it too deep, but it's just, again, one of those ones you may want to look into to adding to your portfolio. And basically, I think that's about it for now. Oh, other than, of course, KuCoin token that we talked about in the past. There's a lot more to this, but we're here way too long. What I want to do now basically is this. I want to take a moment to dive into the recent XRP Ripple news. So, as we see right here, states, and of course, shout out to Coochie Boy who provided this info. If you happen to be watching, thank you, sir, for the info. It says financial institutions can issue stable coins on the XRPL. I was brought this to my attention a while back, actually. I just didn't necessarily think that maybe you guys wanted to put some focus on this because I know some of you guys are for stable coins, some of you are not. It's kind of like a hit or miss type of situation. I get it. But I thought, what? If Coochie Boys mentioned this, then some of you guys may also feel as though this is worthy of a mention. It says, with its issued currencies functionality, issuers simply need to either do a thing where you set up an account, or number two, choose a configuration option. Learn how issue currencies make the process straightforward and secure. And so we'll take a moment to basically look into this. I'll try not to read everything like verbatim or anything. But this comes straight from Ripple.com. You guys know about David Schwartz. He's the guy that, is part of the Ripple team that Larry refers to as being like Doc Brown for Back to the Future, right? Mm-hmm. So he's the one who actually posted this particular article, this particular piece in that regard. I would bring your attention to this statement right here. Basically states that in the months following, the OCC has continued its progressive embrace of the crypto industry. Just this week, granting banks permission to contribute to public blockchain supporting stablecoins. While the guidance formally brings blockchain into the U.S. financial system, it's important that banks understand how to build on the benefits of public blockchain networks to issue stablecoins. And of course, they make the whole case for XRP. And what's significant behind all this is if they're making the case for XRP on stablecoins, there's another thing I want to show you about how this is tied into banks and so on. And you're hearing the whole thing about how now, which is good in a way, some people are against it, but you're hearing now how the Fed is pushing more towards the digital dollar. Now, while you may think that's doom and gloom, where there's significance behind that is just that, XRP, because the technology that's behind that and what would push that. You're creating utility for something you may not agree with, but whether you like it or not, digital dollar, CBDCs, they're here. So how do you take something that you may not exactly be for, but you're definitely for what the technologies behind the utilities of some of these cryptos? So there's a lot more you can read more into this. And again, shout out to just him, Coochie Boy. But it really goes into full detail about some of these things and why this is significant. It's not just, significant as in like, okay, big whoop, it's a stable coin, 1-1 ratio. We get it. It's how it's tied into Ripple, and it's how it's tied into XRP and the significance behind that. Because if we can get behind it as in like, hoorah, let's get this thing going. I think it's a very big win, not just for, XRP holders, but I think it's a big win for us in crypto, and especially when it comes to ISOs. It tells you that there is hope for not having to wait till 2025. It tells you that maybe, just maybe, the US is starting to get their heads out of there, and realize, look, we're behind. We need to be on par with the rest of the world. They're leaving us in the dust. So thank you again to Coochie Boy for that. I'm going to get to the next piece in regards to Ripple. I saw this and I thought to myself, again, back to what we're talking about. It says the Fed looking into possible digital US dollar. And again, I just wanted to show you kind of a screenshot with that. So I'm full screen that. That was straight from Fox News. This was earlier. And you get all the indicators, right? We're always talking about the whole thing with ISO 222, with November coming, the flip of the switch, preparing for November. Well, it's not just us preparing for November. It's literally just that. The Fed is looking heavily into that. You should feel bullish on some of these ISOs, and especially the likes of XRP. So I just want to show you guys that as well. There's this that I definitely want to show you right now. Again, back to kind of like some of what's going on with the Fed, because let's face it, you're going to hear more of the, news from the Fed, Jerome Powell, you name it. As Larry would say, the old man are rolling out of the cave, think it's Groundhog Day, so on and so forth. So it mentions the U.S. Federal Reserve reports an operating loss for the first time in a long time. And when they have a loss, it creates just that much more demand possibly for crypto. And how do we know that? Well, when you see things, for instance, like, our particular dollar, or what's going on, especially with, like Brexit and so on, it creates that much more demand for these particular crypto assets. So, for instance, it states right here, Forbes, you should know about Forbes, right? Notes that any operating loss for the Federal Reserve is considered a rare occurrence. This is money not received by the U.S. Treasury. As rates rise, the Fed's cash deficit will only get worse. And it's just that. I mean, you just see the statement right here, but it's kind of like really, really to the point. If they're reporting losses for the first time in a long, long time, and now you're putting put the pieces of the puzzle together, right? It's basically telling you, there's going to be that much more demand for crypto. And that, of course, makes me feel that much more bullish on getting into some of these projects, which I'm already into. I'm a DCA even that much more. And maybe you're doing the same thing. Again, not financial advice.
Guys,
all right.
Real quick, let's just remind everybody, we've got 25 beautiful people here. If you would, just hit the like button to get this out. And right now, we're asking everybody to drop as many comments as possible. They can be emojis. It doesn't matter. Let's hurry up and go so we can get to that 30 live people level. Will be great. And thank you again. And sorry to interrupt, Max, but I just wanted to get that out there real quick.
Oh, no, it's all right. It was necessary. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to point that out. You know, it's just that when you can literally see the trend of what's going on here, especially from a government perspective, you can kind of have an idea and draw your own conclusion. All right. A little bit more. Let me actually blow this up. So it says the idea of the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, operating on the XRPL on a sidechain, bringing smart contracts to the ledger is an awesome news update. Yeah, are you kidding me? Of course it is. Whether you're a fan of Ripple or not, or I should say, whether you're a fan of Ethereum or not, you still have to recognize that currently speaking, it is a big player still. And for XRP to bring this, absolutely huge. Like it says, Ripple building bridges with actual use case. So we're going to get into this particular one. This comes from CoinDesk, and we're going to take a brief moment to basically just pull up that particular article. Give me just a moment. There we go. And again, shout out to CoinDesk who covered this. This was basically yesterday. So it says Ripple begins testing XRP Ledger sidechain that's compatible with Ethereum smart contracts. Again, we just mentioned some of the other demand for it. This is another positive catalyst. Give me more. I'll take all the positive catalysts I can have or need. This is the first time, this is the first step in a 3-part process to introduce EVM compatible sidechain to the XRP Ledger mainnet. Again, keyword mainnet. It's not a testnet anymore, right? So they already passed that. So it says Ripple is testing a way for developers to deploy smart contracts made for the larger and more popular Ethereum on its XRP Ledger blockchain with little effort. Again, if you're able to create something in which a developer doesn't have to do much coding, or again, like as I would say, you know, you're the new geek off the street, right? You got to learn your handle, learn your key regulators. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. But it does also apply to just that. Somebody who's fresh from graduate school or fresh from learning this. These people have limited budgets, or in some cases, they have no budget at all because they haven't raised anything. So you want to make things in which it's going to not create so many barriers. So if you're creating something where it's easy to understand, people don't have to jump through hoops. People as in who? Devs don't have to do as much work. They could focus on maybe building their community, accomplish some of the things that they need to accomplish without putting so much time in the overhead as far as working on it, et cetera, et cetera. It's a win-win. So it states, the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, is the software that runs smart contracts on Ethereum. Ripple said an EVM-compatible sidechain, a blockchain that runs in parallel with the main XRPL blockchain, is now live on the company's DevNet, which is where developers can test implementations before they go live on the main network. Now, it states, Ripple and XRPL stand to potentially benefit because the work developers have already put into building Ethereum smart contracts, which could be leveraged in the entirely separate Ripple ecosystem. Think about that for a moment, right? This announcement on Monday is just the first step of a 3-part process. The second phase will go live in early 2023 when the EVM sidechain will become permissionless. Now, without getting more into it, here's my key takeaway for you. So a lot of times you see these particular news articles and you may think, well, this is not that big of a deal. Hold on, it is. Because you may think, well, they came out with this news, Max, and why isn't the price pumping? Perfect case of not just buy the rumor, sell the news, but seeing this being what? Fully implemented. And this particular takeaway, put your focus on where it says permissionless. You know, when I cover, for instance, or when I have covered Clearpool, for instance, permissionless borrower pools, right? That whole thing. You saw, if you've been following Clearpool, where that absolutely took off. In the recent weeks, Clearpool's been doing absolutely awesome. Why? Keyword permissionless pools. When I see things like this mentioned, again, that will be your moment of buy the rumor, sell the news. You with me? Hope you are. All right. Last but not least, it states our goal in 2023 is to have an EVM sidechain connected to the XRPL mainnet. Ripple Chief Technology offers David Schwartz, aka the guy that reminds Larry of Back to the Future, Doc Brown, right? A younger one, states the bridge in the final solution will be decentralized and all components of the solution will be production ready to handle real world scale and use cases. Why did I make the Clearpool connection? Two main words. Number one, permissionless. You're going to see this happen a lot. Mark my words. Number two, where it states right here, a decentralized solution. Okay. Those things are also, of course, brought up quite a bit in Clearpool. But when those things were happening, boom, real bullish momentum, saw some nice pumps. It will not surprise me at all that you will see a big emphasis, just like they mentioned, that will happen in 2023. And guess what? It'd be a perfect example of buy the rumor, sell the news. And when that happens, watch out for your particular crypto to have a nice, decent pump. How do we know that? We base it on history. We base it on what has happened. And it's happened here in the bear market. But guess what? If we get back to a bull market, those are parabolic indicators. I'm just going to state that. It's not official financial advice, but I've been in this long enough to notice certain trends. So that is the current XRP news and highlights. Back to you, Larry. And just like that, he's not there. All right, that's fine. I'm going to get into it's okay. I'm going to get into some of these comments. I'm going to see where we left off before. And let's see. You guys got a lot of chat going on. That's good. There we go. I see where he's highlighted. So the next comment says, Mike Cornwell with the meow. He's probably welcome. Who? The one, the only Crypto, Cool Cat Crypto. All right. Putting the thing in the chat. Okay, thank you very much for that. Shinobi Raj, have to run. Catch you all later. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by, Raj. You're probably already gone by now, but if you happen to watch this later, thank you again. Selma Fuzz, giving love to Crypto Talk now. Thank you very much. Let me go further down. Red Coin Cards, BSC scan site is a decent way to identify price manipulations. Thank you for pointing that out. Use whatever type of tools at your disposal. Why not? If you're invested into anything, you got to know what's going on with that, and especially for the ones you're thinking about getting into. Guys, shout out to Red Coin Cards for pointing that out. Very useful information. Red Coin Cards also, Singularity, awesome project. Just had a quick 90% pump before losing about 70 of that. Yeah, it's one of those premier smart contracts from Cardano, and I think that one is definitely ahead of the pack when it comes to the smart contracts that Cardano offers. Yes, Cardano has multiple real good quality smart contracts, but they're not quite there yet. It's kind of like, again, that quality over quantity. But I'm telling you guys, I know we were all so bored when it comes to, Cardano, but there's going to become a point where we're not going to be, and everybody will basically be talking about it. Sure, not every single one of these projects that are part of the ecosystem is going to be, let's face it, 50 out of 50 are great, but all we need basically is like a handful or more of those to do well. But the key thing is this: with Cardano, there's more than a few handfuls, and I think that's what really makes them stand out. Going a little bit further down, Larry states, okay, yeah, it's a cool cat. All right, let me go further down. Let's see here. Jeff Prudence states, we're at the top of the hour. Time to spam the chat. The YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. Obviously, we got a few more people in that regard. I'm actually going to go further down. Let's see. You guys are spamming the chat. That's really good. We really appreciate that. How about this one? P Boom 1112 or 112. Talk about the new Layer 1 Palm blockchain. Proof of memes ETH 2.0. I'm not going to really talk about that. And no offense. I mean, if that's what you're into, that's great. I'm just not really into the memes as of lately. If we have some other people from the community who can vouch for this and say, hey, Max, you should talk about this. This is the greatest thing since Shiba Inu in 2021, then sure, we can definitely do that. But we do appreciate your comment nonetheless, pboom112. And of course, guys, let's go ahead and welcome this particular individual. Never seen you before. I personally, of course, like to give you the warm Crypto Talk Now Network welcome. We are grateful for you being here. I would say change your avatar, but you already have it of yourself. So thank you for stopping by, and we hope that basically retain you as a regular here. So thanks again, pboom112. Going further down, let's see here. We have Edward Vincent says Forbes 4Bs. You also chant the, USA, USA. Yeah, absolutely. USA pride all the way. I still say it's the greatest country in the world when you really think about everything. I wouldn't trade for anything else out there. I did see that report that Switzerland is technically rated as the greatest country, and that's fine. I mean, I would agree with that for the most part. It's a pretty amazing place. I actually, it's on my bucket list to go there someday, especially visit Zurich, go all around. I see the Swiss Alps, all that. Yeah, I would agree. It's an amazing city, amazing country, but good old USA, wouldn't trade it for nothing. I know we have our ups and downs, but that's just the way I feel about it. How about this? Crypto Talk Now, guy. I got 8 quants in my MetaMask. Yeah, all right, that's awesome. Going a little bit further down, let's see if we got any other questions or comments. Oh, I see Mr. Cool Cat. It says hi. Hey, Cool Cat. Good to see you. Yeah, he's back. Cool Cat Crypto in the house. Not a fan of ETH, but hey, that's Cool Cat being himself when we want that. Cool Cat has something against maybe the Arizona Cardinals. Is that what's going on? That's all right. Guess what? I'm kind of a Cardinals fan, but football is not really my thing. It's mainly NBA basketball and so on. I'll state this: if my hometown, Portland, Oregon, they are on that list for being an MLB city. If they land, which I eventually think they will, an MLB team, I will be the biggest fan of that team ever, because ever since I was a little kid, I always dreamed of Portland to get a Major League Baseball franchise. So I just want to throw that out there. All right, let's see. A little bit further down. You always say "muh." I like it though. Classic. Yeah, classic.
He's kissing me.
Yeah, Red Coin Cars, help me understand what permissionless means, please. Still sharpening up the technical side of things. So that is a good question. So for instance, when I mentioned things like, like with Clearpool, right? So like, permissionless borrowing pool, right? So you're adding liquidity. So there's unpermissioned pools, and there's permission, and there's also the ones in which are permission pools, right? So for instance, you're adding particular like liquidity to a project. Again, I'm gonna use Clearpool for example. So if it's a permission pool, again, it's just that like maybe a lot more, of the KYC and so on. And that's good to a degree, but at the same time, think about this. If you're creating so many obstacles to raise capital for, I don't know, let's say XYZ project from, we mentioned Switzerland, Swiss earlier. So let's say, station in Switzerland, the more permission that is, right? It's just think about that. It's more like kind of like the red tape. Now there may be good reasons for that, but permission less. So think about this, just less KYC. Now you may think, well, doesn't that mean there's less security? Yes, but it also means that more influx of capital to be raised. And of course, for every project, that could be good and it could be potentially bad, depending again on just that, the project. Now, when you compare that course from Clearpool to XRP, there is going to be some differences and so on. My thing is this: I think it's a big win for XRP moving forward when you hear these types of terms, because if anything, it's going to do what? Like we saw before, make it that much more decentralized. As we know, XRP is going to have a certain amount of regulation from the cross-border payment cycle of what we just mentioned. Again, that doesn't represent everything of Ripple, or XRP. But from a decentralized perspective, this is the other component, right? Take a different container or whatever you want to call it, different component from the spectrum. And with that said, I think people need to understand that it's not just one set way for everything. Your ecosystem has different layers to it that could be appealing to multiple different types of investors. So if they can be one of the standout ones now, in which is not just ISO 222 and the whole thing with the CBDCs and the technology that powers that, but they can also be a big player in what? DeFi. That is massive, because now it's like, as the saying goes, you're not just hitting two birds with one stone, you're creating that much more utility from a different side of your what? Your company, your technology and so on. And I think that is incredibly awesome. As you guys know, when it comes to some of these cryptos, it's always focused on one specific thing, and it's going to do this particular utility. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when I see this, I'm like, heck yeah, man, let's get this thing going. And you may not understand all these things I'm mentioning, and maybe I'll try to break it down a little bit better, like do the Webster's Dictionary version of it. But I do appreciate the questions. I'm just trying to help you guys understand from a different perspective that sometimes, when we beat the drum of, like in the past, oh, this is going to replace Swift. Is it replacing Swift? No, it's not replacing Swift. It's, if anything, it's upgrading the technology, getting everything on a digital ledger, going from the old system to the new. Massive upgrade. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit further down. You guys are welcome. Mr. Cody Core is in his house. He said, yo, awesome job. Thank you, Cody Core. Really appreciate you. Don't know if you're at home or you're watching from work, but nonetheless, my friend, Cody Core, one of the big OGs, been watching the show literally from the first day. I remember you, my friend. The first day I was a guest, a special guest with Larry. Guys, Cody Core is in the house.
He was in there during that day?
Yep, I remember him. I remember a few distinct people, believe it or not. I remember seeing Selmo Fub because I remember his avatar. I remember Cody Core because he's got that beanie. Of course, I remember some of you got other guys, but yes, I definitely remember Cody Core all the way from back in those days. So guess what? Cody Core, we announced earlier, just in case you came in late, today marks that 6-month anniversary of the Max and Larry show, my friend. You were there since day one.
How about that?
Man, that's awesome to have you here tonight, man. I really mean that. Cody Core in the house, everybody. Give him some love. Thank you so much. On top of that, let's see here. Going further down, Red Coin Car states, for lower cap coins, what are the alternative means of finding out market cap when not accurately reflected on Coin Market Cap or CoinGecko? Use other sources. Listen to me, I almost sounded like New York. Use all the sources. No. Use other sources. Maybe use and it sounds crazy, like a PooCoin one. Use Dex tools, but whatever the case be, use other sources to try to verify that. And if you still think, well, Max, I'm still not sold on that. Like I need more, then do something like this. Go through other outlets. Maybe you use a different tool that's not so mainstream, but come to your own conclusion that, you know what, this does make sense. Kind of like, I don't know. I know this is a crazy comparison, but that saying, like, a doctor tells you, oh, you got this, you're going to get a second opinion. If you need to get 3, 4, or 5, maybe, but just use other outlets if you need to. But I get where you're coming from. If you feel as though that CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko is not doing the job, again, PooCoin, there's a few others, again, Dex tools. I would recommend those particular ones. Heck, how about this? Even, KuCoin. Well, that's for the live chart. I forget what I said on that, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. Thank you for the question. MR states, Tectonic doing decent today. Thank you for posting that. Yeah, it is doing decent. And again, like I mentioned, I think in a bull run, it's one of those ones in which, in this particular market, in the bear market, it's a good one to have in your portfolio because it will erase a zero in the future in a bull run. How do we know that? We basically have seen it happen already towards the end of the last bull market in 2021. It did erase a zero. So again, based on the current figures, if it erases a zero again, that becomes basically 10x. if you don't believe me, do the math on it. You'll see for yourself. So yes, I feel very not extremely bullish on that one. But again, like I mentioned before, me personally, I would not put more than a 1K into that. Some people again have mentioned to me, well, Max, if that's the case, if I put 1K and becomes 10K, then I should just put 10 grand into it. Not me. I'm not doing that. To me, that's too big of a risk. I'm not willing to take that particular risk. If you are, then that's on you. And again, none of this is official financial advice. Thank you for the comment. You say you're up. That's great. Tim Shea says, hey, Mr. or MR. Sometimes I just say Mr. Anyway, let me go further down. Jeff Prudent. So what's up, guys? I want to see in the chat now or how much you love Crypto Talk now. Thank you for that, Jeff. He says in the chat, show some love. Well, showing love right back at you, Jeff. A very active member of our CTN community. Thank you so much. We're approaching 30 people here. Thank you, of course, for connecting to CTN.
How about that? Yeah.
Me and Larry and everybody on behalf of the Crypto Talk Now Network family really appreciate you. Queen Perseverance, big fan of Larry. She says, hey, Larry, just stopping by to say hello. All right.
That's that's we should clarify who that is. That's Waddy, the crypto hunter's wife. Just in case you guys are keeping score at home, that's who that is.
Awesome. I did remember that is Waddy's wife. Thank you for stopping by, Queen Perseverance. We do appreciate you. Thank you for showing love to Larry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's going over well with you guys's your YouTube and so on, and everything that you're providing to the crypto community. Of course, shout out to you, your husband, and so on. Let's see here. Going next. Oh, she gives me a hello too. Well, thank you for that. I mean, but I understand sometimes we have fans of certain individuals and whatnot.
She's the equal opportunity helloer. She says hello to everybody.
All right. Well, thank you, Queen.
She's a nice lady. Yeah.
You do appreciate it. Yeah. All right. How about this? Crypto Talk Now VR, Edward Vincent, my cat did the ultimate fart and he and I had to part ways. Oh gosh, you got a green cloud that you inhale. That's gross. All right. A little bit more. Excuse me. Tim Shea says, hey, Sonia babe. All right. Damon Vargas. Hey, Max, what's your opinion on Flux? Based on the brief time that we covered it for Tim Shea, because we did cover that once over here a while back, I was impressed with it. I looked at it as being definitely one to add to your particular portfolio. Had a lot of indicators that it was one that was doing well, even in his bear market's doing well. So if you were thinking about adding that particular one to your portfolio, might not be a bad idea. No, I did not take a full deep dive into it, but the brief amount that we did do, we went to their site, we covered what it was all about, what particular utility it provides, and of course we reflected upon what we saw on CMC with the price, where it was, where it's been in the past, where it could be, the history behind it. I think if I'm not mistaken, it might even be the top 100. Maybe top 80 to 100, something like that. I was impressed by it. To answer your question, I cannot elaborate and go into full beast mode, I guess you could say, and remember everything that I covered in the past. But yes, we definitely did cover it. Get with Tim Shea, believe it or not. If it's okay if I mention that, Tim, sorry. For maybe more info, he's into it, and of course he had us look into it. So to me, he's pretty passionate about it. It has more knowledge than myself. So shout out to Tim Shea. Again, I don't ever want to speak on somebody's behalf and say, yeah, man, get with this guy. He's going to do a bunch of, deep dive work for you. But he's the one that originally introduced that to me here at CTN.
I just want to say one thing about Damon. You know what he's preparing for? I don't know if you know this, but he's getting ready for a concert. I think he's going to be.
Oh, yeah, totally.
He's going to be opening up for Bon Jovi or something like that. He looks like an 80s rock band type of guy. Look. If you're not in a band, my friend, you need to get into one because you look like somebody that would definitely be part of a band. And I'm saying that as a compliment. It's pretty cool. I wish I had long hair like that. Max, is there any way we can get hair like that? Can we? Not
me. I mean, I don't. Why am I getting hair like that?
For me,
it just keeps growing like this. Sorry.
I'm just laughing about it. Let me just say this. If I had Damon's hair, I'd be unstoppable. There would be nothing else. I mean, it's like, what else? How? I can't be any better than that. I mean, that's the only thing missing is a full head of hair. Seriously, what else could I do to improve myself? Nothing.
Well, you know what? 80s rock. I mean, it kicked. So there you go.
There you go. This has been a fun show, guys. If you haven't yet hit the like button, do that. And if you haven't downloaded the Crypto Talk Now app, we have our own app. Yes, Crypto Talk Now app. It is at cryptotalknow.net. I have been typing a lot and keeping up with the comments. And also I put in there, it looks like 58% of you have not, according to our poll, have not downloaded the app. So if you do get a chance at that, that would be great. We're going to be
there's
doing
a comment
giveaway.
I see. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's a comment I see by Keegan Kane coming up. But before we get into that, I will definitely answer your question with that. I'm so glad you answered. Finally, we got somebody from the Zilliqa community asking me a question about that. Finally, awesome. Finally. It only took a few months, but thank you, Keegan. I promise we'll get into that. Let's go to this next comment. And yes, we're going to put in a plug-in. And I'm going to go ahead and give Larry the floor on this particular one. Go ahead for it, my friend.
Okay. Thank you. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. For those of you that just joined us or hadn't heard of it before, I'm going to show you this. Well, this is the poll. I'm going to show you this right here. Let's go back to the homepage part. If you have not yet joined or downloaded our app, you can do that on our website, cryptotalknow.net. So proud of the work that Legrand, Jeff, and Edward are doing.
Absolutely. The whole team. Thanks so much, guys.
And if you could go ahead and do that and sign up for it, it'd be great. It enters you also into the contest. You also get rewards, CTN rewards. You can see here, you get 50 points just for signing up. Gives you discounts on merchandise, as well as you could get some NFTs when you reach a certain level of points. Let me just show you this that I didn't show you before. I'm going to show you real fast. There's a trading tab right here. Click on trading. You can see here, there's some daily winners and losers. You can buy and sell crypto. We've got sort of the Bitcoin fear and greed index. Here's Quant. It's being highlighted on here, $184. Technical analysis for Bitcoin. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Now I wanted to show you the other thing was the live charts real quick. You've got the top 10 cryptos here. You've got Bitcoin, of course, and you've got an ISO. How about that? 222 section. And here's something else. Guess what we have? We're going to brand this a little bit. We have to put in here, I would like to see in here CTN crypto blocks, I'd like to call it. Now, this is through somebody else has developed this, but Max Legrand has plugged this in. But we're going to call it the CTN crypto blocks. Instead of crypto bubbles, crypto blocks. Here's your top 50 right here. You can click over that. If you hover over it, like let's look at let's pick out Shiba Inu. Where are you? Shiba Inu, 7-day. You're sitting at down 2%, 30-day down 8.45%, 1 year down 64%, 1 year to date 67%. The trend is 0. A bunch of stuff in here. Market cap, you can see that here. This is powered by, thank you to Quantify Crypto, and we'll probably not have to use CoinMarketCap really much at all anymore, and neither will we have to use crypto balls. Not that we don't like those, just that we need to keep plugging ourselves because we're self-funded right now. We will get sponsors eventually, so that's good. Back to you, Max. I was just excited about that, making sure everyone knows.
By all means, we really appreciate that. Thank you for that. Getting into some of the other ones. So yeah, like it says, don't forget to download the CTN app at cryptotalknow.net. All right. I love this comment. Keegan King, there are a lot of metaverse tokens in the space. What are your thoughts on Zilliqa, and the Metopolis platform? You want to know my thoughts, my friend? I'm so glad you mentioned this. So, for one, you may not know this. I'll state this. Check me out. I'll put it right here. Actually, I can't. Go to Maximus Crypto, which is my own personal YouTube channel. Okay, this is of course before I even linked up with Larry exactly 6 months ago. On there, you will see that I covered Metopolis multiple times, and I will continue to talk about it even there. And I've also covered it at least once or twice over here at CTN. I go into full deep coverage about it multiple times. I feel as though it's going to be basically like this. All right. My top 3 metaverse platforms, I'm still going with, I think that Shiba Inu's metaverse may be the number one-stop shop. But I think Metapolis's Zilliqa's Metapolis is right there because of the quality behind it. You look at some of the partnerships that they have already established, like for instance, some of the ones that they posted. Like if you've been following, for instance, it's Sandra Helu, right? She's in charge of metaverse and NFTs over at Metapolis. I think it's pretty big. I'm actually going to take a moment to show what exactly I'm talking about with this. So here we go. I'm just actually going to type in Metapolis. Hold on a second. I'm going to do the search. Here we go. So I've been following them for a while. Of course, 16.1K. But I mean, it's just this. I mean, for instance, you go here, October 17th. Again, another big one was that thing with Agora. It says Agora Award Festival for 2022 is about to take place in Spain. Top is proud to be one of the main sponsors for all the creators. But if you go, for instance, and you check out some of their footage, it's pretty big stuff. I mean, you get snippets from like in-game coverage of what it looks like. Like, for instance, here is Sandra Helu, right? On the right, again, she's the top dog from Metapolis. So draw your attention to the lady presenting, right? If you don't happen to know who she is. Then look at her particular avatar in Metapolis. It basically is like almost a spitting image of her. I like that. I also like the quality from it. It's Unreal Engine 5, and they also believe that you use Unity. So it's a combination of both. They're getting more and more press coverage, like mainstream. And guess what? Here's the other thing I love about Metapolis is, it was like a whole thing back in April of the buy the rumors, sell the news. But that was huge for Zilliqa. Zilliqa went from, I think at the time it was something like 9 cents to like 22, 23 cents. I think when Metapolis is like close to being done, this is going to be one of the real standout ones. Now, let me take a moment to show you this real quick. Again, it says, wondering what life is as an avatar, what that would be like in Metapolis. Check out this video to find out what is possible for an avatar in Metapolis. We basically just mentioned it. I'm going to show you just a brief moment in regards to this, because to me, it's so much more impressive compared to like the Sandbox and, let's face it, Decentraland. No, I'm not bashing on that, but I also like to have something that kind of looks a lot better quality, right? And where I realistically see a lot more people jumping into it. So I'm going to pull this up. Give me just a second. And here we go. Let's take a moment to watch this.
Have you ever wondered what it's like being an avatar living in the metaverse? Well, if you have, wonder no more.
Hold on a second. And by the way, that is Sandra Helu's voice inside of this. I like how it's synced up. All that. Let's get more into it just for a moment. I don't know if I'll do the full 533. We'll see.
Hi, my name is Sandra, and I'm going to show you what a normal day here is like. What you're seeing right now is what I call my dome. It's my little sanctuary in the metaverse where I can connect the physical and the digital worlds together and invite my friends, family, and other avatars to interact and engage with me. This is what comfort looks like in the digital world. Before we start, let me quickly remind you what Metapolis is. We are the world's first metaverse as a service platform built on a world-renowned technology stack and powered by blockchain technology, giving you a data-centric and fully customizable XR experience accessible through web, AR, and VR. Our vision is to bridge the gap between the physical and digital worlds through seamless integrations and an always-on layer of engagement. Believe it or not, and I think you should, we do have our sights set on becoming the next internet and building a future for interoperability with security, safety, and a digital identity at heart. See, living in the metaverse doesn't necessarily mean that you stop doing activities. If anything, we unlock future and further engagements that are accessible and available to all in a more connected world and environment. What does that mean? Well, let me show you. It's time for my yoga session. Let me go get changed and we will reconnect in a short while.
She's gonna get changed. That's what I saw today at the gym. There was a girl doing yoga in front of me. Seriously. It was good. It was.
But what I'm saying, this is a pretty impressive. This update, the graphics that they have on this, and how they're able to implement these avatars, and how it looks like Sandra Helu. Larry, you, me, Edward Vincent, Jeff, whoever else, like we can have our own avatars look like us. Look at the quality of this. This looks so much better than Decentraland and Sandbox, in my opinion.
Can you reach out to the developers and tell them we'd like to have them on the show? In exchange for that, we want to get in there. Let's have them make us and Patches and Maria or
You're
something.
probably wondering.
We can all go in there. Maria said that she wants to have a house next to me.
I'm gonna play a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this because I mean I like this update that I basically seen. It's a very good quality. That's the key thing I want people to know about Metropolis. Very good quality. A while back when I first saw this thing with the yoga, I did post about it. I think it was one of the second to last, if not maybe the last Metropolis video I did, and it pointing out some of this. But let's just finish watching this. This is pretty good footage that they have. And shout out to you for pointing this out. Give me just a moment.
Yes, I am. But time to shake it off and head to work. How do companies incentivize their employees with the increase of remote work and work from home opportunities? Well, you can't really look further than the metaverse. It is the best way to engage and gamify certain tasks that employees can conquer together or as individuals. And just like that, task 1 was completed. The beauty of receiving notifications means that if you can't make it in the real world, you can send your avatar to experience the digital twins or the digital assets that your favorite brands drop. I've personally been waiting for this collection for a very long time. Let's go and experience it.
Wow.
Yeah, very
I've invited
impressive.
a friend over so we can go look at some cities built on Metropolis. The beauty of the metaverse is that you don't really have to worry about traffic.
So I just want a couple things I want to point out. We're going to do our NFTs and so on. They have NFT art galleries and so on. I'm immediately thinking of CTN's art galleries. You're looking at it. These domes that you see, basically you can set up your own domes. And if you're into, for instance, like having a virtual concert, people go to those particular areas. And of course, the big skyscrapers, like those are actually like big time businesses, like whether it's Coca-Cola or, I don't know, Mercedes-Benz or something like that. I mean, we're talking like those are the big, huge ones. But the domes is kind of like where we can have our own personal venue. Again, there's only about a couple minutes left on it. Let's just finish this. This looks really good.
Yeah.
Especially when you're teleporting from place to place.
Well, where's the friend that she invited over? Oh, see, I want her to say I'm inviting my friend Larry over, and then it's me in there. And we're going to go hang out with Max, and then we walk, and then, oh, look, there's Patches.
What an extremely beautiful city. And the best part is, I can just hop in a car and go check it out.
Wow, take the sports car.
Wait. I see a QR code. Stop the car. QR.
Listen to this. QR codes, Legrand. QR codes. Listen to this.
I would be saying, look, there's a squirrel. Stop the
Codes
car.
in Metropolis are a perfect way for us to trigger and share with you information in both the physical world and in the metaverse. What does that mean? It means if you quickly scan the QR code, you will be able to access certain information, gain assets, and also open up virtual experiences in your physical world. How amazing does that sound? For example, this QR code tells me that there's a party happening nearby.
Ah,
Let's go dance.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look how impressive that is, man.
I would be willing to do things in the metaverse that I wouldn't do in real life. Like I would get married in the metaverse, but I wouldn't get married in real life. So I could have like a virtual wife, and then because I said I would never get married again, but I would be willing to have a virtual wife.
After a beautiful day of showing you guys what it's like being an avatar in Metropolis, Now it's time for me to go to bed, I think. But hey, this doesn't only need to be my experience. This can also be yours.
Oh, how about that?
All right, that was awesome. I'm so glad that we were able to show that, and what a great update. This was back on the 14th, which was what, 3 days ago. And guys, shout out to this particular individual, Keegan Kang, who showed that. If you're wondering if I'm invested in, Zilliqa, yeah, absolutely I am. I did multiple videos on Zilliqa. Just to give you a heads up on that real quick. I'm going to show you my particular YouTube. Actually not DPG Maximus, that's my other one. Maximus Crypto. Oh. And if you want to go here, I mean, I only have 564 subscribers because, again, I haven't done a video in 3 months. There she is, Sandra Hellu. But of course, I've done videos here at CTN for it. But something I just want to show you, when I sort by most popular.
Can you get her to come on our show, Max?
I doubt. I try to reach out to them. They're kind of like, unless you're like, top influencers, like whatever. But maybe someday.
I'm gonna ask her.
So as you can see here, when I cover this, I was able to leak some footage from it. That drew a lot of attention. So again, my most viewed videos, it's just that. It's Metopolis. So I mean, I did a deep dive into it. Almost 4,000 views on a couple of these. And I talked, how many times I covered it here? Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. At least 16 videos on Metopolis. And then also here at CTN. So probably about 17 or 18 videos I did on Metopolis. So yeah, if you want to ask me about Metopolis, I will talk your ear off about that. Thank you again for doing that. I was wondering when eventually somebody from that community was going to come here and say something.
She needs to come on here. What's her name? Sandra?
Forgot Sandra Hellu. Yeah.
She needs to come here. Well, she needs to. Because you did so many videos, so she really
head of Metaverse. Well, here's the thing: Zilliqa, the official Zilliqa, they do follow me. So 2 cryptos officially follow me: Clearpool and Zilliqa. Not like Max, it's a fake one. It's not fake. I looked into it. All right, back to you, Larry.
All right. Well, I guess we could go to the comments. You want to wrap up the show? We wanted to.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just read a few more comments, and then we're gonna wrap things up. Been a good show, I think overall. It's just that we're trying to allot some time for going to the post show meetings and so on, and we're gonna soon provide you some new things, you guys. Hopefully, you'll see by next week. That's the goal. That is going to be pretty awesome, and we'll make the announcements when it comes. But it's going to be some pretty darn impressive, awesome stuff to take us to the next level.
Yeah, Max is going to work on it tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. We can't overstate it enough. Never mind. It's going to be good. I don't know what I'm saying. All right. So let's go. What comments have we read? All right. So Kagan.
I have it highlighted.
That cool cat likes the app. How about that? He likes the app. That's good. Hey, I want to recognize a couple people that are new here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Not gonna matter.
No, how about this? How about Nod K? How about Nod K87? How about that? Nod K87. Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. She says amazing app. No, thank you. I'm going to call you Nod. It's easier for me to remember and pronounce. Nod 87. Perhaps that's when you were born, 1987. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment. I'm gonna still say Nod K. I don't know why I was supposed to say that. You tell us how you like us to pronounce it. We hope that you make CTN here your go-to platform. By all means, use the app. If you have any news you want to post in there, maybe you have your own portfolio, whatever the case, share it, because we have an active community that would actually appreciate you using it. And if anything, maybe we could learn something from you if you happen to be in crypto for a while. And even if you're new and you're not in crypto for a while, you're not a seasoned veteran, whatever the case be, we just want to once again state we really, really appreciate you and want to welcome you. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, make sure you welcome Nod K.
Cool Cat Crypto was taking a dump for a couple days or something like that. He was gone. Welcome back, Cool Cat Crypto. Let's see. Cowboy Calvin is back. There are two things that don't lie: small children and yoga pants. That's so true. Nad, you have this. Jeff Pruden,
Yeah,
Cool
that's right.
Cat. You didn't get my message. Hey, welcome back. This is another one. Larry Gaga. Thank you so much for coming back. He says, greetings, sir. Thank you for being here. Carly Crypto is here. She says, hello, all. Let's see. Who else is here that we didn't say hello? Everybody's saying hello to everybody. And oh my God, it's Taco Tuesday. I did not realize that. Okay. Red Coin Cards. Hey, Max, how come you haven't posted on your channel in 6 months? Guessing a busy workload, but any other reason?
Yeah, it's because my focus is here at CTN. I don't want to make videos on something that doesn't necessarily represent CTN. I'd rather make videos and do it here. So that hopefully answers your question. My focus is crypto talk now. Everything I release, I do it here. But maybe I should do some over there just as like an insurance policy. Not that I'm going to leave CTN, but I'm saying like if some bad things happened, you know, like let's face it, some other influencers with way more subscribers than us and so on, they have had their channel taken down by YouTube. So I don't know, maybe I got to do that as a backup, but let's face it, I mean, our focus is CTM. We haven't been shut down. Yeah, we've had some bad things that happen, but we're not focusing on that. The point is, that's why I haven't done that. If I release recorded content, as you guys know, I put it here.
And the last comment will be Bushman. Welcome to Bushman. Thank you so much for being here. He says, welcome. And we will definitely welcome you on the next show, which is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for being here. We will see you again at Discord right after the show. And then again tomorrow, if you can't make the Discord, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. And we will see you again tomorrow.
Over and out, guys. Have a great night. Thank you.